This is problem 1.39 from Francois Tardieu's Backgammon Strategic Concepts book from chapter 1. Here's the position. We're blue. We rolled a 6-3. Our home board's in the bottom right. We'll look at the top two moves for the 6-3. I'll give you my quick observations on each of the moves, some of Tardieu's key points, Tardieu's expert analysis with feedback from XG, Tardieu's summary, and at the end of the video, I'll modify the position, which brings up a couple questions. Here's the first possible move, 11-5-6-5. Looks like this. This makes the valuable 5-point. It cleans up our blot on the 11. Strips our 8-point. It gives us 3 builders for the 7-point, but one of those builders would be on the stripped 8-point. The 7-point is the point we would like next, either 7 or 4. Second possible move is to make the valuable 7-point like this, bar point. It makes the bar point, strips our midpoint. There's only 2 checkers after the roll on the midpoint. Strips our 10-point, only 2 checkers on the 10-point after the move. Leaves our blot on the 11-point. Gives us 4 builders for the 5-point, which is the point we want next. But one of those builders would be on the stripped 10-point. It blocks white's 5s and 6s, so it prevents them from running out to the midpoint. Here are the 2 final positions. Compare the features of each position, the pip count, the strength of each player's board, and the threats facing each player, and deciding which move you think is the best. Quick recap. Here's the before and after of making the 5-point, before and after. And here's the before and after of making the bar point, the 7-point, before and after. Some of Tardieu's key points. We've escaped both of our back checkers and have a clear positional advantage with the 5 pip lead after the move. We have the 10-point made, and we have excellent builder distribution. Our key objective is to contain the lone white checker back here, remaining in our board. Oops. The best way to do this is to build a prime and build it quickly. In general, the inner 5-point is better than the outer board 7-point. When 2 strategically similar points can be made, it's better to secure the one that will be more difficult to make later. If we make our 5-point, we'll have 3 builders for the 7-point, and our 8-point will be stripped. And if we make our 7-point first, we'll have 4 builders for our 5-point. By securing the bar point, the 7-point, white will be unable to run out with a 6-5. Let's look at what Tardieu and XG say about each possible move. Making the 5-point, the move where we make the 5-point, is in general, the inner board 5-point is better than the outer board 7-point. However, when 2 strategically similar points can be made, so these are both similar points because they're part of a prime we're trying to make to hold white in, when either can be made, it's better to secure the one that will be more difficult to make later. If we make our 5-point, we'll have 3 builders for the 7-point, and our 8-point will be stripped. And if we make our 7-point, we'll have 4 builders for our 5-point. So making the 7-point will leave us more builders for the next point that we want to make. That's why making the 7-point is rated the top play over making the 5-point. After making our 7-point, we'll still have plenty of builders for our 5-point, which is the next point we want to make. Also, we'll have a better chance of making a 5' if we make our 7-point first, as our distribution will be that much better. Additionally, white will be unable to run out with a 6-5. The rule says we should normally prioritize inner board points over outer board points in the opening phase. However, in this role, we must look ahead and focus on how the game will develop and our actual objective of building a prime as quickly as possible. Tardieu summary: when our objective is to contain a lone back checker, the 7-point may be better than the 5-point if it helps to diversify our builders and accelerates the construction of a prime. When two strategically similar points can be made, it's better to secure the one that will be more difficult to make later and focus on building our prime. By modify the position, give us a larger lead. We'll have a 9-pip lead after the move. Making the inner board 5-point becomes more valuable than trying to create the prime by making the 7. When we have a 9-pip lead after the roll, we should follow the standard practice and make the inner 5-point. I believe XG is telling us that making the valuable inner board points in preparation for bearing off is now our main objective and is more important than priming white in. I think I'm interpreting this correctly, but I might be missing something. This is a very tricky move. Let me know if you agree or not, or if you have a question or a comment. All feedback is welcome. Make sure to check out Alex Eshaghian's excellent review of Tardieu's book on YouTube, as well as Sunny Florida Backgammon Club's informative series of lessons on Tardieu's book also on YouTube.